live in a world transformed by technology. Every day, hundreds of millions of people use artificial intelligence without giving it much thought. From movie recommendations on Netflix to virtual assistants on our phones, AI is already everywhere. And at the heart of this revolution is ChatGPT, an AI tool that is changing how we communicate, learn, and interact with the world. ChatGPT has grown immensely since its release in October 2022, breaking all records. By October 2024, just 2 years later, it had 220 million active users, making nearly 2 billion requests to OpenAI's system. These millions of people around the world use it to generate texts, translate languages, write code, and even compose music. Its ability to process information and generate content like a human has left everyone amazed and also alarmed. This rapid growth raises questions about how OpenAI's AI is impacting our society. Additionally, it is growing more in emerging countries. India and Brazil lead the ranking after the United States, with Europe in 4th place. How is ChatGPT changing the way we think and see the world? Who controls this technology, and for what purposes do they use it? These are just some of the questions we will explore. Artificial intelligence, through platforms like ChatGPT, is taking on an increasingly important role in how stories and history are told globally. We no longer rely solely on newspapers, radio, television, or schools to inform ourselves and shape our opinions. AI has become a new voice, capable of creating content on a global scale and spreading it worldwide. Moreover, the majority of these users are between 18 and 34 years old, a crucial demographic group representing the next generation of leaders, influencers, and voters. This new reality has significant consequences. On one hand, AI's ability to translate languages and generate content adapted to different cultures can help bring information to everyone and connect people from different parts of the world. Imagine a future where there are no language or cultural barriers thanks to AI, where the knowledge and stories of different cultures are shared and enriched mutually. However, this AI's ability to shape narratives also carries risks. Who decides which stories are told and from what perspective? The influence of big tech companies, primarily American, in the development and dissemination of AI raises concerns about whether this will lead to cultural homogenization and the imposition of a single worldview. Not all countries use artificial intelligence in the same way, nor are they all satisfied with seeing the world in a politically correct, American way. The United States and China are leaders in AI development, with companies like Google, Microsoft, Baidu, and Tencent at the forefront. China has banned ChatGPT and other American LLM platforms, seeking to control external influence and ensure content comparison that could challenge the Communist Party's official version. This concentration of power in the hands of a few companies, mostly American, has significant geopolitical consequences. Hence, countries like Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, and Syria have also imposed restrictions for similar reasons. Other states allow restricted versions, such as Gulf monarchies and countries like Thailand. The influence of these companies goes beyond technology. Governments and ruling classes seek to maintain power over the history they themselves write and tell. And now it is more difficult. AI platforms like ChatGPT are used worldwide to access information, communicate, and consume content. This ubiquity gives them immense power to influence public opinion, shape perceptions, and promote certain values and ideologies. This influence does not go unnoticed by governments worldwide. They all see artificial intelligence as a threat to their national sovereignty and their ability to control the information their citizens receive. After all, The ideology of the medium is the ideology of those who fund and operate it. ChatGPT is no different from others. This has also led some states, recognized as democratic, to implement measures to control access to these platforms and their information, and to try developing their own national alternatives. The expansion of artificial intelligence has generated various responses from governments. While some countries have accepted it more or less openly, others have opted for strict censorship and control. China, for example, has implemented a very strict censorship system to control online information, including access to AI platforms like ChatGPT. This censorship is often justified in the name of national security, social stability, or cultural protection. However, these arguments usually conceal an attempt to control information and silence dissenting voices. Censoring artificial intelligence raises serious concerns about freedom of expression and the right to information in the digital age. However, in response, resistance to AI platform censorship manifests in various ways, from the use of virtual private networks, or VPNs, to bypass geographic restrictions, to the development of open-source and decentralized AI platforms like Meta. Citizens and activists worldwide fight daily to keep access to a free, open, and independent Internet alive, not just from states, but also from American companies and their censorship in AI funding and training. AI's ability to generate content that seems real and convincing, even if untrue, poses an unprecedented challenge for governments. With almost 2 billion monthly visits and an average of 9 visits per user per week, ChatGPT's problem is magnified. OpenAI has the potential to massively influence how history is presented and understood in different social and political contexts. For decades, states have largely controlled information through traditional media and education. However, the proliferation of AI platforms like ChatGPT is weakening this control. AI allows citizens to access information from various sources, compare different perspectives, and form their own opinions without relying on the official version. This can be especially important in countries with authoritarian governments or weak democracies, where AI becomes a potential tool for challenging propaganda and accessing uncontrolled information. This loss of control over information generates unease among some local political leaders, but especially among activists, as these artificial intelligences promote a citizen model tailored to corporations, where the focus is solely on working, competing, and getting rich by any means. In a world where information is power and the social network X has shaped the narrative until now, a narrative based on personal destruction and insult, AI has bet on the competitive citizen over the collaborator, promoting a profile aligned with savage liberalism, which views the state and its services as waste benefiting only the weak. AI's ability to influence public opinion and mobilize citizens is seen as a threat to the stability and established order of the powers that be.